Okay, hello go-getters. I just hope you are doing good. So in this video, I want to show you this question for number patterns. So here you are given what? Figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, and figure 4. So each figure has the dots. The first figure has one dot, and here we got 4 dots. And here how many dots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 dots. Then this one, it's 4, 8, 10. So it's 10 dots. Yeah. So the question here can come in such a way that they say formulate the equation of getting each dot, of getting the dot in each figure. Like the question can just say formulate the equation, or it can say that determine the what the general equation of this thing. So in order for you to determine the general equation of this thing, what you have to do just change this thing into a pattern. So here we got 1 dot, we got 4 dot, we got 5 or 7 dots here, and there we got 10 dots until on. Do you see? Yeah. So what I just did here, I just changed all this thing into a pattern. Yeah. So the moment I change it into a pattern and I want to formulate the general equation, the first thing that I must consider is that my first term, it will be A. It's A, this one. The first term, it represents A. Do you see? So what I must get now is to get the difference between this term. What is the difference between this term? So to get the difference, you just say, to get the difference, guys, it will be term 2 minus by term 1. To get difference, which is the same as term 3 minus by term 2. It's D, which is term what? 4 minus by term 3. It's like final minus the starting. Do you see? Final minus the starting one. So here it will be final minus the starting. It will give me what? 3. Do you see? So it means also here I must get 3. Yeah, because a difference, it must be the same. So here it will be just the final minus the starting. It will give me 3. Final minus the starting, it will give me 3. So do you recognize that our difference here is equal to 3? Our difference, our D is equal to 3. Do you see? Yeah. So your difference, guys, must be equal here and there and there. If the first difference it's not equal, this thing, its symbol says that the pattern, it's not a linear pattern. Do you understand? Yeah. If it's not different, this thing, if it's not the same, it means this thing is not a linear pattern. But because our first difference, it is the same, it means this thing, it is the linear pattern. Do you understand? So we got a general equation for a linear pattern, which is this one, plus n d. So this one, it's what we call a general equation. Actually, this one, it is the equation that we use to form the equation of this thing. Do you understand? So to form the equation of this thing, since we know our A and we know our D, we know our A and we know our D, what we have to do, let's substitute them here and plus n. So when I substitute D there, it's 3 n. Yeah. So what will happen now, guys, is to expand this thing, meaning that we must remove this bracket by expanding. This thing will multiply inside, also this thing multiply inside. So once this thing it multiply inside, we'll get Tn, it's equal to 1 plus 3n, multiply that, this thing multiply that, it's minus 3. So now you can just collect a number to a number, which is this one, it is a number to a number. And when you press them on calculator, I'm sure that you will get, when you press these two things, you'll get minus 2. Do you see? So this one is what we call the equation actual, or the equation. This one, it is the equation of this pattern. And this one, it is just a general equation. Do you understand? Yeah. And the general equation, we can form like this one. Yeah. So our general equation, we use it to form the equation for pattern. Yeah. And to understand this equation, actual guys, this equation, its symbol says that 3n upper minus 7, 2. This equation, its symbol says that this one is our position. It is the number of position, our end. Do you see my study? So, and our position here, it's this one, position 1, position 2, position 3, position 4. According to this question, our position actually, it is the figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, figure 4. Yeah. This thing, it says that if now I substitute position 1 there, I'll get only 1 dot. And if I substitute 4 there, 2, position 2, I'll get 4 dots. Then if I substitute position 3, I'll get 7 dots. Then if I substitute position 4, I'll get 10 dots. Do you understand? Yeah. But the key thing about this video is to form the equation. Do you see that? Yeah. So let me just move on. So here's another question. Here we are still forming the general equation. And the general equation, it is in this format of T A plus, oh sorry, here it's minus D. Yeah. So this one is what we call a general equation, whereby it's A plus N minus 1D. So for us to form the equation of this thing, we must know what A and D. Do you see? Yeah. And I say that the first term, it is our A here. It is our A. Do you see my study? And now to get D, we just get the difference between these numbers. And to get the difference, you just say final minus initial, you get 0. Final minus initial, you get 5. Final minus initial, you get 5. Final minus initial, you get 5. Yeah. So, do you see our difference here? It is the same, but the problem is what? Here it is 0 there. Here it is 0. Yeah. The moment you get 0 there, in this thing, it tells you that this number is not included in this pattern. This number is not included in this pattern. Its symbol says that our first difference will be, our first term will be this one. This one will be our A there. It means our A, it's not this one, it's that 5. Do you see my study? The moment there you get 0, it means the first term it's not included. The pattern it starts from here. Our pattern start from here, guys. Yeah. So let's just substitute our values, because this one it's D. This one it's D. And that one it's A. So when we substitute this thing, it will be just 5 plus N minus 1. And here it's what? It's also 5. So now let's expand this thing, and when we expand it, you will find out there you get 5n minus pi 5 plus 5. And these two things are just what? These two things, they are numbers. You can collect them using a calculator, and when you collect them, you just get 0. They will just cancel each other. They will give you 0. So it means the general equation of this thing, it's n 5n. Do you see that? This one, it is the equation of this thing. So to prove to you that this thing is not included on this pattern, let me show you something. So we know that this one is our position 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you see? Yeah, it's position 1, 2, 3, 4. This one we don't include it, guys, because here it just give us 0, and you get, because of that 0, this thing, it means it's not included. It is not the part of the pattern. It's not in this pattern actually. So if I can substitute my position 1 on this equation, here I will get 5. Do you see that? There I will get 5 there. And if I substitute 2 on this equation, you will see that by there I get 10. 2. Here I will get 10. Do you see? And if I substitute 3, it will be just 5, 3. It will be just 5, 3. It's 5, 3, which is the same as 15, 3. Do you see? Yeah. So it means that our pattern is start from 5, 10, 15. It doesn't start from 5, 5, 10, 15, 20. It starts from 5, 10, 15, 25, all of them. Do you see? Yeah. So now, this one, it is the general equation for this pattern. What about for this one? So for this one, guys, all the time, the first thing that we do is to get the difference between the terms. And to get the difference between the terms, we just say final. Okay, we say final minus initial. Our initial has also minus there. Do you see? And this thing, when you press it on calculator, I'm sure that you'll get this thing positive. You'll get 1 there. You'll just get 1. And for this one, you just say final minus by initial. When I say initial, guys, I'm talking about a start. Yeah. So initial, so this thing, it will still give me positive 1. Do you see? Then to get that one, it's final minus that one, which is still there, I'll get minus 1. So this thing, it simply says that this one is our difference. This one is our difference. And you can see that it is equal. Do you see? So since our difference, it is equal, all of them, this thing, it simply says that this one, it's our first term, which is A. Do you see? So now we know everything. We know our A and we know our D. What we have to do is to formulate the equation. So we use our standard equation to formulate the equation. We use our general equation and D. Since we know these two things, so let's substitute them. Here it's minus 5. So there it's 1. And do you see? And anything you multiply by 1, you get the same thing. Yeah, because this thing, if it multiply inside, still will get the same thing. There will be no change. What will happen, that one will just disappear, guys. Because anything, when you multiply by 1, you get the same thing. It's like this thing multiply there, it will be n. This one multiply there, it's minus 1. And this one will remain the way it is. Do you see? Yeah. So now you can say that these two things are what? Are numbers. Press them on calculator so that you can get your what? Your answer. So when you press these two things on calculator, it will be n minus by 6. Do you see? Which is this one. It's our final answer for this question. And to prove your answer, it is correct or not, first, you know this one, it's position 1, position 2, position 3, and position 4. Do you see? It means that if I substitute my n as one of the position, I should get the term. Like, if I substitute like that 3 actual here, that 3, I should get minus 3 as my answer. I should get minus 3 as my answer. Then if I substitute 4, there I must get negative 2 as the answer, guys. Negative 2 as the answer. So since I find out that when I substitute my position, I just got my exactly terms, the one which I'm given. So this thing, it simple says that our answer there is correct. Since when I substitute the position, I just got the terms there. Do you see? So this is how easy it is to determine the general equation. It needs you to know this equation actually, this one, you see. And once you know this one and know how to identify our difference, and know how to identify our A, do you understand, guys? Yeah. Once you know how to determine D and A, you already passed, guys. You know. Yeah. So I think I have explained a lot about this video. So you know, guys, now how to determine the general equation. If I just make it difficult, please comment and tell me so that I can redo it this video, Yeah, because I don't want to confuse you guys. And here you can just do some screenshot, Just do a screenshot because you'll need this information. And please take note about this thing. When you calculate the difference, final minus initial, take note about it. Yeah, all the best.